It's 2025, people, and we're back at it again. I can't believe this story came out literally. It's New Year's Eve right now, filming this. It's going to be out tomorrow, and I cannot believe the clownery that is already happening. 2025 is going to be a hell of a year, guys. Make sure you strap in, subscribe, because stories like these, I'm sure, are going to be on the daily. And what we are talking about is the fact this Australian city is wanting you to pay them a permit fee, hundreds of dollars, so that you can work on your car in your own property, on your land, in your backyard, in your garage. They want you to apply for a permit. And this has to be a April Fool's joke. I don't know. Are they messing with us? Because this is a legitimate news story. We even have a petition, which I'm going to share. We're going to make sure we link it in the description. Make sure you sign it. Use this. I want to use this platform so that we can actually do some good in 2025. And my goodness, it didn't take long, people. It did not take long. And let's read this story. So I'm going to read a little bit off of Car Expert's website. They came out with this story literally 9 hours ago. And the title reads, "This Australian city wants to charge people to work on their cars. And so much as a simple oil change could possibly cost you $400 before you have to buy the supplies and do the oil change yourself." Like, what are we talking about? What happened to freedom? Like 15-minute cities, China, EVs, you know what I mean? This is all a conspiracy, guys, and I'm starting to believe it all because this right here is just, I don't even have words for it. I don't have words. We're just going to read it, and I'm going to let you guys know. I want to hear your comments down below. Residents of Victoria's most populous region, so yeah, where everybody lives, essentially in Melbourne, have to pay upwards of $400 just to work on their own vehicles after a local government area imposed strict rules around private land use earlier this year. The city of Cassie in Melbourne's southeast, which includes suburbs like Cranbourne, Berwick, requires residents to apply for a private land use permit if they're planning to store more than 2 unregistered vehicles. So if you have track cars, track bikes, that is ridiculous, number one. For up to 90 days, store long, heavy vehicles, like, I don't know, a semi-trailer. Mate, if you got the property and the place to put it, that's your property, man. And even dismantle, repair, or service vehicles. Do an oil change. My God, they are seriously coming after us so hard on ICE engines. It is not even funny at this point. They legitimately want everyone in an EV. I guarantee you wanted to store an EV, 30 EVs at the front of your house, they would just be cheering. Oh, you do it, man. You do that. Like, you go. They would be loving it, man. They'd be getting erect.
Well, happy New Year's Day, and that means happy New Vehicle Efficiency Standards Day, because the NVES, the New Vehicle Efficiency Standard, has come into force today.
Uh-oh, retard alert. Retard alert, class. It's fucking nuclear, you prick.
Now, applying for the permit, it costs $150 and it is non-refundable. So you basically have to apply, say, here's my $150. I'd like to do an oil change this weekend. Please, master, please, sir. Can I have some more pudding, please? Like,
please, sir, I want some more.
What?
What is this nonsense? Anyways, it's non-refundable. If your application is successful, the permit fee is another $250. So what the fuck is going on, bro? You're paying, so you have to pay for an application process, and then you have to actually pay for the permit. This is ridiculous. And you can just tell how broke Victoria is by this story, because what kind of state would do this to their citizens? Like, they are in such a desperate state. And I've said this before. I've made a video previously. I'll leave a link for it. Click the pop-up banners right here, guys, where I've called Victoria out. It is the fines capital of Australia. They will get you for breathing basically in that place. And I don't know how people still live there. I really don't. Like, it's a great place. I love the people, but my God, it's run by absolute maniacs. And again, according to the City of Cassie's community local law, those without a permit mustn't dismantle, repair, or service vehicles on private land. It just doesn't make sense, this, because if you have private land, like you have a driveway, you have a garage, like most people would. I mean, there will definitely be people who have apartment buildings, and I mean, that really isn't down to the government. That's got to be down to the strata or like the HOA to determine whether or not you can maintain. I know some stratas are very strict where they don't want you working on your cars and stuff like that in your parking spaces. And that's a whole different kettle of fish. But this is saying on private property, you have to pay them and they tell you yes or no. It doesn't compute, man. Like if you had a house in that area, say for example, you got a garage, you got a backyard, that's still private land. So they're still saying you can't work on your car in the backyard, in the shed, like, and if you have more than 2 unregistered cars in your property, you have to pay? How? Make that make sense. Make it make sense. The only thing I can conclude from this BS is literally that these guys are so broke, they have been taking such fat checks and just doing the stupidest policies that they have to come after the citizen, the ratepayer. Like, I'm just blown away. I am blown away. Again, there is a petition already established. So I'm going to leave a link for it down below. Let's go and look at it right now. So we have abolish the permit requirement for private land use in the city of Cassie. And so far, there is over 2,000 signatures. I'm going to sign up today. I'm going to sign up. And, mate, I feel for these people. I absolutely feel for them. Again, storing or repairing a recreational vehicle, storing a shipping container for, storing long vehicles, heavy vehicles, storing unregistered vehicles, storing a skip bin, putting up temporary dwellings. So if you have a caravan or something, like you can't park your caravan theoretically if someone's in it for more than 14 days in any 60-day period. Like, and we got a cost of living crisis going on right now, and temporary dwellings they are targeting in this. I do all my oil changes myself for my dirt bikes, for my cars. Like, I've got, I don't even want to say, I live in a tiny 2x1 unit, but I have a garage, and I've probably got like 9 vehicles on the premises. Like, I would be well and truly having to buy so many permits if I was living in the city of Cassie. Thank God I am not, and I live in WA in Perth. Seems to be one of the last cities with some common sense. And hey, trust me, we got some bozos here too, but my goodness, it is good to be away from some of these clowns sometimes. Let me tell you, when you're hidden away on the other side of the country, you feel like you are isolated sometimes, and it actually feels good during clown world, let me tell you. Now there's one other story I want to play here because it is involving Melbourne again, and they have this idea, right, where they want to charge utes essentially more for parking in the city.
Yarra City Council is poised to explore charging higher parking fees for larger vehicles. The move is inspired by a tax in Paris on heavy SUVs and is designed to discourage them from travelling through the inner suburbs.
Oh, it's too big. It's a big ute. They need to pay more. Look at Paris. Paris charges 3 times the amount for large cars to park in their city. Whoa, mate. Look at the dweebs as well who seem to recommend this bullshit.
The trend towards truckzillas is a really worrying one, and to me it makes sense that the more space you take up, the more you should pay. It only seems fair.
I don't think people should have to pay more for parking in their driveway or in the outer suburbs. This is a particularly inner city phenomenon. Parking fees is definitely one way to look at this. But what about increased registration fees?
Absolute clowns, nerds, and these green labor is what they are. We can't listen to these Muppets. Who is listening? Like, why are they even in a position? Like, why are they even being on camera? It is terrible, man. Like, that right there, man. Australia's built on utes, man. Australia likes big cars. We're a big country, and we got lots of family. You know what I mean? Like, what are you gonna tax the family now because he needs a big car?
Shouldn't be anything different just because you drive a bigger car. I mean, does that mean like bigger families have to pay more?
Again, I'm just gonna finish off. Like, I can't not show you this story. It's not car related. I try and keep this channel fairly car related, but if you want to see more random topics, maybe comment down below. Let me know there's an audience for it. But I had to share this video because this poor bloke was in Frankston and a tree blew down, ripped a big hole in the property across his house, which was just council land next to a footpath. There was a 2-meter hole. He rang up the council, rang up Main Road, rang up everyone, tried to get them to fill in this hole with some dirt. Nobody listened to him. He kept looking at it, got sick of looking at this hole and this hideous mess. So what does he do? Because he's a landscaper. He goes, fills the hole, puts nice turf over it, makes it look beautiful, and he gets dragged in to the council office like a criminal, recorded, and handed an $11,000 bill for fixing the council land.
This is no police interrogation room.
Look, this is my home.
Let me finish.
I live across the road from this place.
Let me finish.
It's a council office.
Answer my questions or don't answer my questions. Let me work out what's relevant and what's not.
And the man asking the questions is a council staffer.
I felt like I was being just interviewed by the police, like the way they videoed me.
And you even have the mayor calling him out, saying, oh, he's illegally dumped hazardous materials and da-da-da. Like, bro, he just put dirt and grass where dirt and grass should be.
Fill a hole with illegal fill that has potential detrimental impacts on the community.
Nathan Conroy is mayor of Frankston City Council.
Yes, that is one person. We can't allow 60 or 70,000 people just to fill holes on land that is not theirs. So we took enforcement action.
Have you been out to the site?
No.
Okay.
I'm looking at the photos.
I sort of did joke that I should have sent him an invoice for the work I've done, but...
I'll conclude the recording and I'll report the matter and you'll receive some correspondence in the mail.
All right, thanks.
Good on you.
Oh, and not before he pays an $11,500 fine.
Will you be paying the fine?
No.
I can't. I'm done with this world. This is clown world. What's happening, man? We got to get back. We need somebody like this, man. I got this hat. Make America great again. I was just so happened to be in America. I was in New York City when the 2016 elections happened. I didn't even know they were on. I turned the TV on in the hotel and I saw all the commotion. So I thought, hey, I think Trump's a lot cooler than Hillary. So let's try and get Trump in. And I went down. They were selling these for, I think, $15. I got 2 of them and I still have it. It's like legitimately my favorite hat. I've had a lot of clowns call me out on this thing and I say it right back to them. So yeah, I don't know. I think America with Trump definitely is draining the swamp. It's going in the better direction at least. He might not be the perfect candidate, but he is a hell of a lot better than we got here in Australia. So we need somebody who has got a backbone. We need somebody who isn't afraid to call the BS and frankly, just have some common sense. So I'm going to leave it at that, guys. Again, if you enjoy this video, enjoy this content, subscribe to the channel. We are getting close to 100,000 followers and we are going to try in 2025 make this channel have a voice. So I want to use this platform for good. Again, spread the message. Spread the message of Clown World. 2.0 version is upon us now in 2025, and we got to crush this thing. We need to get rid of Clown World, bring back the sane, and we need common sense. So again, like, subscribe. We will see you guys on the next video.